Hello there, you're most welcome to Planet TV and Planet Sports. And my name is Philip Kwame Ampofo. As always, I'm here with Bafwa Mwakwedu. And today, it's quite unfortunate that we are starting off, that is on a bad note or on a poor note, because one of boxing's greats, that is Ricky Hatton, is no more. We'll be talking more about that. We'll be doing a short profile on the boxer. And also, we'll be talking about the EPL, the post-match reaction. Yes, what really happened over the weekend? I know the Manchester United fans are not really enthused. They are not really happy when it comes to their manager and even their players. I just don't know what they have to say. But then Bafo has his opinion. I have mine as well that we will share on this particular network, that is Planet TV. So all that you need to do is to like and share. But the big question is that, is Liverpool the big deal, the ish, to win the English Premier League? We've been talking about it for quite some time now, but what City also proved over the weekend suggests that, yes, they are also in action. Therefore, you're most welcome to Planet TV.
Thank you, Philip. Thank
you.
And
what was your assesssion or reaction over the weekend? I'm sure you followed the EPL matches and even across the Europe.
Well, your fair analysis here. My reaction, first of all, will have to do with the death of Ricky Hatton, of course. I know one of the few British boxers that was given the member of the British Order awards. Yeah. He's an MBE.
Sure.
And for me, I think that it's sad news for the world of boxing. He became very popular around the 2005 light welterweight champions 2 times. He has had about 48 bouts, losing just 3 fights. So it shows you that he's a great deal. No wonder he was nicknamed the Manchester Mexican because of the way he fought and all that. But it was sad that we are hearing news that he died, and then the police are saying that it was not suspicious. That means that they don't think that somebody killed him. Somebody has actually battled a lot of addictions with alcohol, drugs, and all that. So I'm thinking that maybe an overdose or something that's probably that the police has discovered. It's very sad that after all the glamour and all the trophies and all the monies and all the fame, some of these sportsmen
man has to go this way.
Some of these sportsmen go through all this ordeal, and it's sad. At the age of 46 or
46 years,
I don't think he's too old. Probably he was battling a lot of demons that he couldn't handle. So I mean, rest in peace, right?
Rest in power. In peace. In peace. All right. So that's Ricky Hatton, and remember that he's a British boxing champion. Ricky Hatton. In fact, he was found dead. That was on Sunday. He had a stellar career, as Bafo rightly mentioned, which included some world titles in there, light welterweight to get up to welterweight, and I remember he had a fight with Floyd Mayweather, and also this Philippines, that is Manny Pacquiao as well. I remember I woke up that late to watch that bout, and look. He's a hitman. Yes, exactly. Then that should tell you that he had a very stellar career, as you rightly mentioned. I really love watching the Brit, Lennox Lewis, together with that is a Nigerian. Anthony Joshua as well. I love watching the Brit, and we say may his soul rest in perfect peace. So, but for the final one on him, do you have anything to say about him?
Well, I think that
and the up and coming boxers as well.
Yes, just take care of yourself. Be happy all the time.
Yes, you need to be happy all the time.
Spend the money wisely. Enjoy life.
Okay, so you need to enjoy life. So we're moving straight into the English Premier League, and what a way to start. That was over the weekend. We're starting off from that is Arsenal. In fact, they did what nobody was really expecting them to do. For me, I was expecting a very, strong, if I should say, opponent in the early kickoff, because when normally teams recover from international break, they find it very difficult, trying as much as possible to get things working. But hey, they did the what Napoleon couldn't do, or they did the yeoman's job, that is in Arsenal. So for me, it was a very good game for Arsenal. And also Chelsea, in the evening, the late hour of Saturday, they had to succumb. In fact, they were about winning their game, but they drew. 2-2 ended with Brentford. And also on Sunday, we also saw Manchester United losing to, that is Manchester City, by 3-0. Bafo, your pick over the weekend?
Of course, a lot of people wanted a shock for the early kickoff, Arsenal versus Nottingham Forest.
Yeah.
But they did the job in the very first half minutes. Bucharest gets in, improving doubters wrong. And when he joined, a lot of remarks were made about him. But I think he started good. He's basically scoring in every game that he played in there. And I like the way Arsenal played. All of a sudden, they actually heralding Madueke for his performance against Nottingham Forest. And this Arsenal for you, this is a player when they were signing, they actually had to sign petitions not to sign him, but he's coming in there and then they feel like, oh, we robbed Chelsea and then we did this and did that. But it was good. I have told you that Arsenal is a team, Arteta and Arsenal is a team I really love because they get the results. You see, matches where you think that they're not going to get the results, that is when they do the real actions. For me, I think that he's been super, Arteta and his boys, for them to have handled Nottingham Forest the way they did. You know, when a new coach comes on the block, it's very difficult to beat. Players also want to prove a point. But Arsenal did the job very well, and I think that's kudos to Arsenal for getting that result. 3-0 over Nottingham Forest. Big ups to Arsenal. All
right, so big ups to Arsenal. 3 goals, and they are looking stronger and stronger by the day. I wasn't expecting them to lose their game prior to the international break against Liverpool because they give them a stern fight. But then it was a game that it was decided by Soboslai, that is free kick. But then they have to recover quickly as possible by winning their game against Nottingham Forest. But then, and the day's other game saw Bournemouth winning against Brighton by 2-1. I was expecting a draw in there, but hey, Ariola, that is the name of Bournemouth manager, had to marshal his boys to get a win in there. Semenyo, I mean, was on target over the weekend, and I was so very much impressed with him. Crystal Palace also had to settle things 0-0. Ended with Sunderland, and also Everton also drew with Aston Villa 0-0. It ended. Fulham, they won their game against Leeds United by 1-0. Newcastle United won, Wolves 0, and West Ham also at home they lost by 3-0. Quick one on Graham Potter.
Well, yes, as much as we might not rate him, I think the owners of West Ham have not done a lot of good service to him. Getting that money from Kudus, they have in no way tried to invest into the team. And when you bring in a coach of that sort, you expect that at least some sort of additions is being made for him. But Graham Potter walks in without any addition, best player taken, one of the best players taken out from the team. You should have at least a replacement.
In Mohamed Kudus,
Kudus. I mean, yesterday over the weekend they were playing Paqueta. You know, Paqueta originally is a center midfielder. He's a CM. Then converted to probably an attacking midfielder. He gets the goals and all that. He's back in the days at AC Milan and all that. We've seen how he played. For Paqueta to be playing as a striker, it shows you how terrible the team is.
At some point in time, Gerard Bowen also had to settle in the centre forward position.
Yeah, but Bowen is a winger.
Exactly.
He's a winger. So
he's putting round pegs in square holes.
Yes, you might blame him for not doing the right things. But the question is that was additions made for him? There have not been additions made for him to be able to have a claim in the EPL. For me, it's bad. And then it looks like they are nominee just in waiting for the relegation. It's too bad for West Ham.
Too bad for West Ham. So that is West Ham for you and Graham Potter. But a lot of talks been ongoing. I don't know whether he will be sacked or not. But I'm hearing from great mind sources that, I mean, probably Nuno Espirito Santos
will be taking over.
Will be taking over.
I won't be surprised.
Will be taking over Graham Potter. But then the man seems that he has a job to do still in the English Premier League. He didn't finish it with his job at Nottingham Forest last season. We saw his exploit, trying as much as possible to qualify them into the Champions League. But saved Chelsea, went there all the way at the City Grounds to do the wonderful thing. But then he finds himself in the Europa League places. But
he's a fantastic coach. I believe that if he comes to West Ham, and then the most important thing is he has to be backed. You know, the problem he had with the Nottingham Forest owner was the fact that he was not backed. Then he wanted claim in the transfer of players, whether they are staying or they are going. He wanted to stay in it. So it became sort of an argument between him and then the owners on who to sign and who not to sign and who to go out. So that was the problem why he had to leave. But if he takes up the West Ham job, the most important thing is that he has to be backed. Managers of this sort need to be backed so that their full potential or their philosophy can be met. If not that, you just take the job because you want the money, but you come in there and you suffer, you are sacked. And this is reputation going down.
All right, so we're turning attention to the last game on Saturday, which was Chelsea up against Brentford. It was a London derby, if you care to know. But after the game, the manager for Chelsea, Enzo Maresca, says that it happens. These things happens in the sense that he was expecting a win. But, I mean, at the death of the game, Chelsea had to succumb to a goal from Brentford. That is Carvalho. And I don't know what really went through your mind. As a Chelsea fan, I know at the dying embers of the game where Chelsea had to, concede that goal. I was expecting that the team will be managing that result, 2-1 result at the last 3 minutes. But then Carvalho had to pounce on a goal.
Yeah, it happens. This is football. The reason why the game is called football is because of such drama and then uncertainties that happens within such minutes and 9 minutes. You remember the Liverpool situation whereby Nguemo had to come in the 93rd minute or so.
Yeah.
He had to come and score in the goal.
Sure.
Most of Liverpool's season goal has always come around the closing remarks of the game. So I think that this is football. Yes, it happens. But I mean, Chelsea could have done better in a position whereby Garnacho felt like the defenders were going to handle the ball. He came in there, left his man unmarked, and Carvalho from Liverpool to Nottingham to Brentford right now. He had to slot in. It was a good opportunity for him. The goalkeeper had nothing to do with it, and it was disappointing. I was expecting it. If you follow the trend of Chelsea, anytime there is an international break in the comeback, they find it very difficult to recover back. So I was not really surprised about the results.
Okay, so Bafo is not really surprised about the results. Let's go for a quick break. When you're back, I'll be asking him about his thoughts with regards to Chelsea and even Manchester United. With Chelsea, I want to know whether it's a mental breakdown or he wants to question the players' mentality at that point in time. Go for a quick break. When you're back, we have more. Stay. All right, so you're most welcome back, and you're still live on Planet TV. All that we need you to do is to just like and subscribe as well as share. And yes, we're back. And what a way to start off the Sunday afternoon game. Super Sunday. What a clash. I mean, Pep Guardiola and his boys 3-0 at the Etihad. And going into the game, I was thinking that Amorim would have at least changed his philosophy. But it looks as if that countless of occasions, the man is still sticking with his guns. Already United fans are talking about the manager changing his philosophy. But then, is there anything got to do with the philosophy of the manager or the style or the tactics of the manager?
Well, before I continue, I want to just tell the listeners that if you're looking for anything, digital, accessories, phones, it's just avazonia.com. Go there to make all your purchases online at credible sources that you can actually buy your gadgets or whatever.
Anything digital.
Yes. Just go to avazonia.com and then get your machines and your gadgets and all that. With Manchester United, I have told you that Amorim is not the profile for Manchester United. He looks very lost. He doesn't have a lot of motivation. Because if you listen to his match after the game, he says that he's not going to change his philosophy.
Yes, I was going in there.
If United feel that they can't cope with it, they should change the man. But his philosophy,
not the philosophy,
they're not going to change it. But I've told you that sometimes as a coach, Antonio Conte won with a 3-back.
Yeah.
So we're not saying that it's not feasible or it's not something that people can win in the years. But with forcing him to say that you want to play 4-3-3, Ole was sacked. He was playing 4-3-3.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Coaches have come to United, play 4-3, he was sacked. So it's not really a guarantee about changing the philosophy or it has to do with the coach.
Okay.
And I told you that Amorim tactically would not fit the bill for United.
Okay.
And he's been stubborn because you can have a philosophy. Don't enforce it immediately. It takes time.
Okay.
I had the same problem with Enzo in his first season, whereby by force,
he wanted the boys to execute that. Okay.
Yes. It took time for them to understand how you want to play. At Sporting, it was a different profile in players.
Exactly.
At Manchester United, when you came in there, you've not had the opportunity to buy a lot of players. So what you should know is that you have a certain players that you must manage to get results out of what they can give to you.
Okay.
Unless, of course, you are in a position whereby you can transform the boys on how they play. But forcing Bruno Fernandes, which we know he's been given a free role to play United for a very long time, and then restricting him to an 8 or a 6, we don't know what capacity he's playing, become very difficult for him.
And I don't mean to cut you, because I was just going through the age profile of these United players.
Yeah.
For Bruno Fernandes this, he's getting to 30 years. Maguire, 28, 29, 30. Casemiro, well over his 30s. You don't need to show these boys what to do because they already are inclined with certain way of play.
Yeah.
Unlike, let's say, a team like Chelsea, a team like probably Arsenal, who are a very Tottenham young team. For that, you can impart your ideas on these players and probably they can take it as quickly as possible. So, as you rightly said, it takes time. Of well, maybe Amorim haven't really
I don't
seen that.
I don't agree with you with the fact that they are 28, 29. They can't adjust to a philosophy.
What I mean is it will become very difficult. Yes.
Because Casemiro is used to a certain way, game plan and all that. And if you want people that can move a lot, they know the Casemiro because of his age. He will be doing a lot of work that a midfielder like Declan Rice or Baleba or Casedo will want to do.
Yeah.
Casemiro won't have
the energy
to do that. So I think it's just a matter of him twerking his philosophy to get the results for now. Because what you do is that in the name of trying to become what you want to be, it is at the detriment of the team. And then you are losing points, you're losing results, you're losing confidence in the players, also in the fans. So why don't you succumb to a position whereby you play to get the results, and at the back scene or the behind the scenes, you still train your players on how to play, how you want to play. By the time the results are coming and the confidence is high, then you can challenge him how you want to play. It takes time, but it looks like he is just in a rush to make the boys play. And then I don't think that he will last long. I don't see him going beyond January.
Bafo doesn't see him going beyond January. So where do they apply the brakes on him? Because his records are not looking that great. He's won 8 games in there. He's drawn 7. In fact, he's lost 16 since he came to Manchester United, and his team has scored 36 goals and conceded 49 goals. Bafo, at what point in time must they apply the brakes? Is it after Chelsea game? If they fail to get the result, it's a bye-bye for him. Are they ready to compensate him, or they should take him through the long haul of the season and see what happens? Then they can decide.
Well, it has to do with the owners and what they believe in. If they believe that they can do something, they believe that with time the team is going to probably bounce back. They are waiting to celebrate the league in 150 years. So maybe they have time. Then if the owners believe that they should give him time, he's a very good coach. We've seen his exploits. For me, I think he's just in the wrong club.
Wrong club, as Bafo made us to believe. But Bafo, let's quickly move straight to that's what happened also in Europe, other rest of that is the European leagues as well. Because in Italy, Verona will be playing that Cremonese tonight, and Como, you're up against Genoa tonight. But in the other result in that is Italy, I can confess to you that in fact the Italian derby, that Juventus against Inter Milan. Yes, it ended 4-3 in favor of Juventus. And hey, the Thuram brothers, they were on target.
Yeah, they caught the attention of the game because their father was actually in the stadium.
Sure.
And it was beautiful. They all had the same goal celebration. They both scored headers. Just that Juventus were much more. And then funny enough, you see, both teams have been coached by ex-players.
Yes.
Christian Kivu.
Exactly.
For
Inter Milan
and all that. So for me, I believe that it was a great match. It's an exciting match, back to back. Inter Milan showed they had new owners, Chinese owners with a lot of money. I feel they should go beyond the midfielders that they have right now. Understand? Because if they want to depend on Mkhitaryan this season, and
Chahanoglu, top player.
Yes. And Barella was fantastic. Barella, he's aging, and I think that they should look beyond them, bring in more exciting youngsters to actually come back to as winners. They missed last season Serie A champions just because they wanted to win the Champions League. They had some resting of players, and then caused them. Napoli is also back. Hojland, I told you about Hojland. He goes back to Napoli and then he's on target. But that particular game, I think that yes, Yildiz, what a fantastic player he is with his position. Chelsea wanted him last season. They couldn't get him. I think that yes, he is that player that will come in and disable the team because I know
the wages.
Not just the wages, but his game plan. I think that he's that player that can bench Cole Palmer at any given day. On a very solid day, he can bench Cole Palmer. What a talent he is. Not a striker, but if you look at the goals he scored in there for me, Juventus can only get better this season.
Okay, Juventus can only get better this season. Remember that Visai Ajic got the winner for that is Juventus. Interesting, fixture it was. I don't know whether you think that Juventus is the real deal in the Italian Serie A. They challenge?
Yeah, they bought some players. Youthful players. They wanted to start a project with Thiago Motta. It didn't work. They had to start bringing Ago in there. So I think that with the youthful players that they still have McKenzie around in there. Thuram is around in there. With this very young players. Caleb, what's his name? Kalalaba. See, they have a set of young players in there. And I think that yes, it's like I said earlier, they can only get better.
All right. So the other games we'll see Roma, they lost to that is Torino by a goal to 0. Atlanta, they beat Lecce by 4 goals to 1. Pisa lost to Udinese by 1-0, and Sassuolo won Lazio 0. AC Milan, they won against Bologna by 1-0, and Cagliari also won against Parma 2-0. Juventus, like I said, 4-3. They won against Inter Milan, and Fiorentina also lost against Napoli by 3-1. And quickly on the Spanish La Liga, in fact, Barcelona yesterday, gave a huge drubbing to Valencia. I was watching the game. I was
6-0.
like, wow.
6-0.
This is the Spanish, like 6-0, I must say. Yeah. So, any takeaways from the game? The Barcelona game?
Last season, they beat them around the same margin of numbers. But see, Cucurella said something very important over the weekend. During the international
break, yeah.
And he says that yes, he sees that the Spanish league is very quality. The only issue has to do with investment,
money, yeah.
And then he says he went on saying that the EPL, the relegated teams or the new promoted teams,
they get a lot of money.
They get a lot of money to buy the players that they want to sign in there. Unlike the Spanish La Liga, whereby they can't actually compete to sign players. You understand?
Sure.
So I feel like yes. If Valencia is able to get money, if the likes of Bilbao, look at the game that they played over the season, last season, very competitive. Imagine them getting the takeovers, like the Saudi takeovers, and then the Arabian takeovers, and then the American takeovers. I think they will have enough money to compete with Barcelona and all that. Even that, we're still going to have basically the same results. Atletico Madrid comes in, pops up, and then probably Barcelona fighting for the title all the time.
All right, so they are looking a bit scarier by the day, and Real Madrid, Alonso's Real Madrid, they beat Sociedad by 2-1.
They are top of the league.
Yes, top of the league. But somebody will say that it's still early days. Yes, so we don't need to.
Yeah.
Yes, I've got better if you're the puzzle. Real Madrid, they won their game by 2-1 against the Real Sociedad. Athletic Club, they lost to Alaves by 1-0, and Atletico Madrid won against Villarreal by 2-0. Sevilla, they beat Elche on Friday. It was 2-2 it ended, and Levante also drew with Real Betis 2-2 it ended, and Celta Vigo won, Girona won. Osasuna won their game against Real Vallecano by 2-0, and Barcelona, like I told you, they won against Valencia by 6-0. A statement to the rest of the chasing pack. Remember, on Thursday, they'll be playing against Newcastle in the Champions League.
Yeah.
And we'll be doing an extensive one, of course. But then, that is a huge statement by FC Barcelona. That is where we love to draw the curtain on Planet Sport. About for a quick run-up to...
Well, I think it's been a beautiful over the weekend matches. The football is back. We hope to continue to enjoy our game.
Yeah.
Champions League is next. So, it can only get better.
It can only get better. It can only get better. All right. So, my name is Philip Kwame Ampofo. Catch us, Gordon, on Friday. About 4 is also here, as always. We'll be doing the deal. Trying to, do a preview on what will happen in the Champions League. And also, that is the weekend fixtures as well. So, about 4, we say bye-bye to you. All right. Planet Sports, like and share. We are out.